Hello students, in this video I would like to teach a few basics in permutations and combinations because I forgot to tell you those things. So as you know, the first point is NPR is equal to n factorial by n minus r the whole factorial. So this is the formula for permutations. This you know already. Okay, so now we have some special cases in permutations. So this means we are choosing r objects from a collection of n objects. What if we choose all the objects? Then it is called NPN. Okay, so NPN will be n factorial. Means if you have 15 objects and you're choosing all the 15 objects, then it is called NPN and the value will be n factorial. We can just check how we have got this. Just apply here, you have this here, right? N factorial by n minus n the whole factorial, isn't it? Because r becomes n here. This is a special case, okay? So r becomes n here. So in the place of r, you will be getting n. So then what will happen? N factorial by 0 factorial. Remember 0 factorial is 1. So you'll be getting n factorial. So that is how you got it. Okay. So similarly np0. So for np0, if you substitute 0 corresponds to r, isn't it? So when you substitute n factorial by n minus 0 the whole factorial, then you will be getting n factorial by n factorial, which will be equal to 1. Isn't it? So this is how we have got the corollary. Corollary means like the special cases. So NPN will be equal to n factorial and NP0 is equal to 1. So now I forgot to tell you one more point, which is if repetition is allowed, the number of permutations is n power r. So which means if you can allow the repetition of digits, in such cases the formula will be n power r. Regarding this we'll be discussing in the class, this particular formula. Okay, so yeah, third one, NCR. You know the formula for NCR, it differs from the formula of NPR only by 1 r factorial in the denominator. Apart from that, it is very similar to the permutations formula. So here also we have two special cases. One is NCN, other one is NC0. So how have we got NCN? So you have to substitute n in the place of r. Okay, so then what you will be getting? N factorial by n factorial into n minus n the whole factorial. So this will be the thing. If you substitute n in the place of r, you will, here this will become n, this will become n. So n factorial by n factorial will get cancelled. It will be 1 by 0 factorial, which will be 1. So that is how we have got 1 here. Similarly, NC0. NC0 is nothing but here we have to substitute 0. So 0 factorial becomes 1. Okay. And here you have to substitute 0. So n factorial by n factorial becomes 1. So please note all these special cases which I forgot to tell you. We have one more important special case, which is nothing but if NCA is equal to NCB, then we can tell A equal to B or N equal to A plus B. In situations where they have given like this, that is when the N's are the same but the A, B are different, then we can say N equal to A plus B. This will be using in some other problem today. Okay, and we also have one more formula which is also very important. NC n minus r is equal to NCR. So how have we got this? So I'll tell you. So for NC n minus r, it is nothing but n factorial by r factorial. Here r is n minus r, okay, into n minus r the whole factorial. I hope you can understand. See how NC n minus r gets equal to NCR. We are going to discuss now. So now NC n minus r. So in the place of r, we have got n minus r. So this will be n factorial by r factorial into n minus r is n minus r. Can you understand? The whole factorial. Now what will happen? This is LHS. This is our left hand side. Okay. So now what will happen? N factorial by, we have n minus r the whole factorial. Okay, this is n minus n plus r. Okay, so n minus n will get cancelled. You will have only r factorial. Can you understand? N minus n will get cancelled. You will only have r factorial. So this is nothing but the formula for NCR, isn't it? Which is equal to right hand side. I hope you can understand this small proof that I have given. So n factorial by r factorial into n minus r the whole factorial will be equal to NCR, which is equal to RHS. So how to understand this? For example, if they have given in the question 7C4, then the 7C4 is actually equal to 7C3, which means NCR equal to NC n minus r. So NCR equal to NC n minus r, 7 minus 4, 3. I hope you can understand this logic. So this is also used in certain problems which we'll be discussing. Okay, so now we look into a few more problems in the homework. Okay, so this is one of the problems which I have given. Just search where it is in the homework. So here you can see this 15 is resembling here and here, but there are different terms over here and here. So then you should just recollect that it is of this particular form, where just now I discussed NCA equal to NCB, then it means A plus B equal to N. So you can say A plus B. This is NCA equal to NCB. This can be applied only if these 15 and 15 are matching. Else you cannot apply that. So now what you'll be getting is A plus B equal to N. So A plus B equal to N. N is the total. So can you understand? So now 4 are minus 1 plus 4 becomes 3. Other side becomes 12. Denominator and becomes 3. Very simple concept. Now second problem. If NC4 is equal to 495, what is N? So you know the formula for NC4. It is N factorial by 4 factorial into N minus 4 the whole factorial. So like this. So now somehow we have to cancel this N minus 4 the whole factorial off. So you are writing N factorial as N into N minus 1 into N minus 2 into N minus 3 into N minus 4. So now N minus 4 the whole factorial and N minus 4 the whole factorial will get cancelled. The denominator term 4 factorial will go to the other side and become multiplication. So now what happens? The numerator remains the same. Don't do any multiplication of these n terms. It will become very complicated. Just leave it. Okay. Now 495 is prime factorized or simplified and can be written as 5 into 11 into 3 into 3 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So this is still here. Okay. 495 is 5 into 11 into 3 into 3. 4 factorial is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. I hope you can understand. Now what you have to do, you have to somehow combine all these terms and bring it in this format, successive terms format. I have discussed this in the previous video. So here the prime number is 11. So 11 you just fix it. 3 3s are 9. And then 5 and 2 will become 10 and 4 and 3 will become 12. So now we can see successive terms. Can you identify n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3? Actually it should be the reverse order. It should actually be 12 into 11 into 10 into 9. I'm sorry. So then only it will resemble. Can you see n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into n minus 3. So now the value of n will be 12. Isn't it? So the value of n will be 12. I hope you can understand. So you have to make it resemble in this format. Okay, both are the same. So you'll be getting the value of n as 12. I'm sorry for the small error. So the third question goes like this. If NPR equal to 11880 and NCR equal to 495, find N and R. So now, this is the formula for NPR, isn't it? Which is 11880. So this is the formula for NCR. The only difference is R factorial. Apart from that, you can see this particular term is the same as this. Can you see this? So we are substituting 1 in 2. So when you substitute the value of n factorial by n minus r the whole factorial, which is 11880 here, you will be getting 11880 by r factorial is equal to 495. So what happens after that? Let's see. We are getting r factorial is equal to 11880 by 495. So this will become 24. 24 you have to somehow write it as r factorial format. So you know 24 is nothing but 4 factorial. Now r factorial is equal to 4 factorial. Therefore r is equal to 4. Very simple. So one last problem which we are going to see. A very important question. Find the equation of the circle passing through the points, 2 points. So mostly they would have given 2 points through which the circle passes. One is 4, 1, the other one is 6, 5. Okay, whose center is on the line? The center lies on the line 4x plus y equal to 16. And the center we can take it as h, k as usual. So how we are going to solve the problem? For that, we need to understand something. OA and OB are the same. From the diagram you can see OA and OB are the same. So OA square is equal to OB square. Can you understand? So which means they are the radius of the same circle. Why I am doing OA square is equal to OB square is we have to eliminate the root in the distance formula. So when we apply distance formula, after squaring you will be getting 4 minus h the whole square equal to 1 minus k the whole square. Similarly 6 minus h the whole square plus 5 minus k the whole square. But both the distances are equal because they both are the radius of the same circle. I hope you can understand. Now you are just expanding 4 minus h the whole square will be a minus b the whole square. Similarly, you are expanding this also. You are expanding this and you are expanding this. H square, k square get cancelled. So minus 12h comes to left side and becomes 4h. Minus 10k comes to left side and becomes 8k. And the remaining constant terms go to the right side, becomes 44. Dividing the equation throughout by 44, you are getting h plus 2k is equal to 11. So now you have got one equation with h and k. But now comes the issue. We need another equation to find the values of h and k. They have given the line passes through h comma k, isn't it? So this equation will satisfy h comma k. Okay, so we have to substitute h comma k in place of x and y. It will get satisfied because they have given it lies. Can you see the question? So in the place of x I can substitute h, and in the place of y I can substitute k. That is what I have done here. As it is passing through h comma k, it will satisfy the equation. So now we have got two equations. I am performing elimination method and getting the answer of h as 3. Okay, can you understand? And I am getting the value of k as 4. So now we have got the center. Still, if we need to write the equation of the circle, we need the radius also. So we have to find the radius using the distance formula. So that is the last part. So radius is found using distance formula. As we can see here, 4 minus h the whole square plus 1 minus k the whole square. Okay, so h is 3, you are substituting 3 here, and k is 4, you are substituting 4 over here. But we are taking root because it is distance formula. We don't have another right hand side. So now what happens? You are getting root 10 units. The final equation of the circle will be in the form x minus h the whole square plus y minus k the whole square equal to r square. So h we have got it as 3, k we have got it as 4, and radius we have got it as root 10. So root 10 square will be 10. So this is the final equation. I hope you can understand. Please try to solve such problems. If you have any doubt, please ask me. And re-watch the video if you are not able to understand any concept. Thank you.